I love being here because you guys are my people. I'm a B2B lead generation marketer, and sometimes we're at events and not everyone is like us, but we are different, we're special, we're actually a specific type of marketer, and I love talking to a group like you guys because you're kind of in my tribe. And what I want to show you how to do is a great follow-up to what Sunny just did, because it's not necessarily about getting lots of views or lots of visitors, because I love when that happens, but it's difficult and it's kind of lightning in a bottle and it's never guaranteed. I want to show you how to get value from your content no matter what, every time, automatically, by collaborating with your prospects, by partnering with your audience, by working together with the people that you're trying to influence. It's actually very clever. It's not difficult. It's a lot of fun, and I want to show you step by step and some examples of how to do that. Sound good? So we are consultative salespeople. We sell to multiple decision makers. We work within a very long sales cycle. This is not a transactional sale, what we do, right? This is like a high consideration transaction. People spend a lot of time. In my business, web design, people spend months sometimes deciding who to hire, right? There's like 6 people who have to agree on this. So this is perfect for us, right? Because we are in a business where there's a very consultative sale, right? Like I said, you're my people. We are B2B marketers. So in that process, you get lots of questions, totally normal, happens all the time, right? And the questions are actually kind of similar to each other if you pay attention. If you've been involved in a sales role, you'll hear them over and over. Thanks for the proposal, but what if X happens? I don't know, right? They're worried, there's some concern, there's some fear, some hesitation in your audience, totally normal. Or, my team is wondering, how would you handle situation X? What if that happens? Or, great meeting, but I'm still uncertain about this one thing. You hear it all the time. Totally natural. Happens every day. It's actually the job. It's the main job, right? And we do this all the time, and we answer their question. These are the things that people always ask, and they're quite common. If you pay attention, you're going to hear the same things over and over. So what I want to first do is to answer those questions for the people who are maybe already in your sales funnel. Many people in this room probably already have like 5 or 6 people who have the same similar concerns that are already in your pipeline, that you already have proposals out to, that you're already thinking of an excuse to follow up with, like, phone number 4. So as an example, in my industry, there's separate questions in yours, right? They're totally specific to each business. In mine, it's like, well, we rank already for something. How can you protect my current rankings? I can definitely answer that question, and I can do it on a phone call. But the problem with a phone call is that I'm answering it just for one person. I'm going to show you how to do it now to answer it for many people. And in this case, it would be to write an article that answers that question in detail. Now, this is a complicated question. How do you preserve someone's rankings? So the article that I write this thing for is like 2,000 or 3,000 words long. If you write a super detailed answer to those top questions for your top prospects, the people in your funnel now, you can share that answer with them with a link, and it looks a little bit different. I'm glad you asked. I'm going to send you a link. Now, the next time someone asks this question, you know what to do, right? You just got more efficient in your sales process because you can just send them the article that you've already created. And in my business, if you're clever about it, you can do it in a way like Sunny suggested, right? Using phrases people search for. And this builds huge credibility. I'm glad you asked. Go search Google for how to relaunch a high-ranking website, and you'll find my article. Their response then, wow, you got that covered. Write articles that answer specific questions of people that are already in your sales funnel. Super powerful, right? Break down the wall between sales and marketing and go deep on the topics that you know that your prospects need to have answered, that you get asked all the time. That's one of the first tricks. Another one here is to actually use our content as a networking tool, and it's really valuable, right? Because there are certain people who tend to refer business to you. Normal. All of us. Everyone. Certain businesses that you get the phone call, hey, can you help, someone I know needs some help with this. Randomly, right? In your business, I'm going to make up these questions, but would it help you if this were true? I wish I knew more civil engineers who worked for the city of Cleveland. There's questions like this for you guys, right? I'm just going to go to LinkedIn and use it like a giant phone book, and oh, look, there are 6 civil engineers who work for the city of Cleveland. That took me seconds to find engineers who work for the city of Cleveland. How many people do interior design projects in Tulsa? Let's take a quick look. Oh, there's 44 people who do interior design projects in Tulsa. Just imagine some super specific person who would be the ideal referral partner for you, and look them up. You'll find piles of them. It takes seconds. Again, social media is a super powerful phone book. You can build a giant referral network or meet those people, exactly the people who can drive the most value to you, in seconds, right? I'm going to show you how to reach out to them in a second. Who's involved in commercial real estate for healthcare in Atlanta? Oh, it's these 8 people. Amazing, right? It's very, very powerful. Zero waste marketing. We're going to collaborate with people who can drive referrals to our company. We're going to build a network by talking to super specific people who have 10x or 100x the value of your average person off the street. So I'm using social media as the world's greatest phone book. Now, before I move on, I want to talk about LinkedIn a little bit. I think that people are very cautious in LinkedIn, and I think it's a mistake. I'm much more permissive, and I recommend that all you guys consider this. I will connect with anybody who is in my industry, digital, and who's in my city, Chicago. If you're not in digital or in Chicago, there's not really, there's not much value there, so I probably would ignore that. But I accept all kinds of LinkedIn requests. Why not? The size of your LinkedIn following is going to give you more value, right? It's the reach of anything that you share on LinkedIn. Next time you're recruiting, it's the reach of whoever you're searching for on LinkedIn, right? Like that phone book I was just using. Or next time you're in transition looking for a job. Very powerful. Plus, it's also a content promotion platform. That video Sonny made, that article you're going to write, whatever you just did, if you're sharing on LinkedIn, the distance, the number of people that see it is a function of the size of your network. I encourage you guys. I know that a lot of people, and I respect that, people are very restrictive. I got to meet with the person, and I got to know their blood type, and we've got to have data together, whatever the reasons are. They don't want to connect with everyone. I don't think that's a great idea, because LinkedIn is a content platform. It's not just your online resume. If you want to, and if you're using Gmail, here's a little hack for growing your LinkedIn connections faster. Rapportive is a plugin for Gmail that instantly puts that person's profile and social media profiles on the right side of the email that you're sending with them. I can connect with anyone on LinkedIn in one click if I'm connecting with them on email. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. We're going to create some content now, right? We're going to make something together. We're going to collaborate. We're going to build something. Now, what kind of content should we create? I want to bring up this one point of the most powerful, by far the most powerful format for content, which is research. In my industry, right, I'm doing content marketing, and people often ask these common questions, and one of the common questions was, how long does it take to write a blog post? Or rather, people make this assertion, blogging takes time. How much time does blogging really take? Oh, here. In your industries, here's a common question, right? I went to Quora.com to find the common questions. What was this one? What's the difference? I don't know the answer. Half the people here probably do. What's the difference between concrete and asphalt? Yeah, I don't know your industries, but I can find that perfect question by using tools like this. This is Quora.com. It has the top, they're upvoted. These are the most popular questions related to asphalt. Or, and there's many more of them, or I can go to a tool called answerthepublic.com and put in any topic, and it will scrape off the internet all the questions people ask related to that topic. Answerthepublic.com, when I put in asphalt, showed me 144 different questions related to asphalt. It puts them on this kind of a, it's cute at first, but then it's annoying, this circular diagram thing. Instead, there's another view where you can see them as a list. These are the most popular questions people ask related to asphalt, right? I don't know your industries, but I know where to find all the most important content. I don't know your industry, but I know where to find all the people who are relevant, right? I'm using social media and research tools to combine. So, but again, in my industry, right, the common question was about blogging, how much time does it take to blog, and I realized that if I produced a piece of research on this, that it would drive much better results. Research, guys, will make you the primary source. We'll produce content that gets amazing results. It is so much better. It has so much more impact than that medium quality, right? The internet's not waiting for another medium quality blog post. Make something really useful, make something truly original by publishing some original research in your industry. Here's an example. Steve Rayson from Buzzsumo analyzed 1 million articles and found that the type of content that gets the best results, right, the type of content that beats the trend, the type of content on the right side of this hockey stick, right, or the left side for us on this hockey stick, most content gets no links and no shares. Or 75% of articles get no links, 50% get 2 or fewer Facebook interactions. Most content gets almost nothing, right? That's what I'm worried about, and that's what we're trying to avoid here. 2 or fewer Facebook interactions, by the way, is virtually 0, because one of them is you, and the other one's like your mom, right? We might as well call that like no Facebook interactions. In other words, most blog posts get nothing in search or social. Scary, right? But what does buck the trend? Well-researched and evidenced content. Original research. So we asked that question, how long does it take to write a blog post? And I reached out to and got 1,000 bloggers. It's a big effort. to answer a few questions. One of them was, how long does it take to write a blog post? And I found out the answer, and I published it on my site. And over the last 3 years, it's changed. But last year, it was 3 hours and 16 minutes. That is the average amount of time it takes to write a blog post. And we became the original source. You guys can use this trick. It's not that hard. Publish something totally original and answer an important question for your audience, and you can become the original source, right? You are a publisher. That article got hundreds of links from hundreds of websites, was shared more than 1,000 times. And you can imagine how much better the results are than a typical article, right? The key is this. Ask yourself, what is frequently asserted but never supported in my industry? Find the missing statistic. Produce that soundbite, that number, and you will win the internet for the day. It's very powerful. Publish original research. So now I have a topic, right? Now I want to produce something, and I'm going to go out and I have people I can collaborate with. So I'm going to start reaching out to these people to collaborate with them to produce something. This is zero waste marketing. What most people do, it's called post and pray. They write an article, they put it on the internet, and they hope that people come see it. Not very effective. What we're going to do in account-based marketing, zero waste marketing, is collaborate with our prospects while creating the piece. Collaborate with our potential referral partners while creating the piece. I'm going to reach out to, I'm going to pick up, I'm going to dial the phone and call people who I want to be connected with while making it. I got value before it even went live. Content is a networking tool that can connect you with the people that are most valuable to you in your business. So, and what does it look like? It looks like this. Hey, potential referral partner, thanks for, would you mind providing a contributor quote to this article that I'm working on? This is not a cold call, right? This is an interview. And by the way, people almost never decline to be interviewed. People wake up in the morning hoping to be interviewed. What happened? The internet changed reality, right? Now you are a publisher and they are a source, just like a journalist, right? It's brand publishing. You're publishing now, and they become your source. So you reach out to them, ask for a quote, and publish. It makes a big difference, and it's very powerful. I'm writing an article. This article happened to be about testimonials. And I reach out to someone who's an expert at conversion. An expert at conversion. Her name's Jen. Hey, Jen, would you mind contributing a quote? Sure. How does this sound? Sends me a quote. It's an amazing idea. I hadn't thought of it before. That's perfect. I'm going to add it to my article. Now my article about testimonials, I add her quote in there, which is about how to make your testimonials even more powerful. I'm very grateful to her. She actually improved the quality of my content. She made it more fun to create this thing in general, right? Because I'm reaching out to her. And the tip I added to this little diagram, this is useful to any of you, by the way, but this is a trick about how to use testimonials on your website. These are 7 things you should add to testimonials on your website. The brand, the logo, if it's recognizable to your audience, put it right there at the top. Then take out the juiciest part of the testimonial and make it the headline, right? There's a reason why Amazon makes you write a headline for your reviews. It's to increase the visual prominence of the most impactful words. Then put the regular testimonial, and then make the person who gave it real. Faces are an irreplaceable image in all of human experience, right? So I've got the face, the name, the company, the title of the person who did it. And then, by the way, the 7th tip, this is a little bit sneaky, but a testimonial with a key phrase in it is one of the very few things in marketing that you can do to both increase the traffic through search optimization and the conversion through trust. A key phrase-focused testimonial is one of only 4 tricks I know in all of digital that will increase both SEO and CRO, search optimization and conversion optimization. So anyway, we put this testimonial on our site. By the way, another separate kind of side note, where do you put testimonials? Or rather, where's the worst place to put a testimonial on your website? On the testimonials page. Why? Nobody's going to your testimonials page. It smells like marketing. They can see it a mile away. Nobody clicks on that stuff. Here's an example of analytics where the testimonials page is the 31st most popular page on the website. Get rid of it, blow it up, move it, take out all those testimonials, put them everywhere on your website. Make every page a testimonials page. Put the most powerful, best foot forward. Put the most powerful stuff on the most high traffic pages. And trust me, that is not one of your high traffic pages. Okay. Back again to our, so many rants inside, I'm getting excited. We're going to collaborate with our audience. Blogger on the left, not very collaborative. Blogger on the right, he's got an approach and outreach strategy, and he's going to work with his audience. Builds a little army of possible referral partners, talking to his prospects, right? Talking to people in the industry, talking to sales funnel, current clients. And he's including them in the article, right? Now this gets shared. Which of these has greater social reach? Well, it's the one with people in it, right? Which of these has a bigger audience? It's the one that had the larger traction, right? Because there were people involved in it. Everyone knows content optimized for search includes keywords, but not everyone really understands that content optimized for social media includes people. Put people in your content, right? How many people are waiting for your next article to go live? That number should be greater than 0. That's a problem. If this just appeared in the world and no one knew it was coming, I'm going to include my audience in there, right? It's going to answer questions of my prospects. It's going to include quotes from possible referral partners. I'm getting value no matter what. Even if nobody ever clicks on this thing, I already use it as a networking tool. I'm already getting value from it. It already increased my network and relevance with the people who I care most about. And by the way, in the end, right, this goes live. An ally in creation is an ally in promotion. Don't go it alone. I just think of these bloggers with the cold, sweaty hands in the basement, like pile of empty pizza boxes, just pounding them out one at a time. It's not how it's supposed to go. That's intentionally a blank slide. I'm going to meditate on this. Slow down. OK. If I were you, I would analyze my sales funnel. I would think deeply about what the top questions are. What information do people need before they will buy? I would look for research that supports my assertions when I answer those questions. And that research would be gathered from a series of interviews with 50 or so decision makers or referral partners in the industry. I'd probably call them all and ask them to do short interviews and just get data from them, produce that data in a way that made a soundbite, a statistic that added to my field, right? When this thing goes live, I'm going to reach back out to them all and let them know that it's there. And then I'm going to make sure that everyone on the sales team knows that this article is available to them to share with anybody that we're ever talking to about any of our services when they ask that relevant question. That is zero waste marketing. And by the way, it's more fun than regular blogging, right? I mean, to get out there, collaborate, make friends, network, and include people in your content. That's obviously a joke slide. There is no fun report in your Google Analytics. I wish there was. The most important things in life are not in your analytics, right? Like fun and friendship. Bottom line, guys, my best advice, if you're not making friends, you're doing it wrong. That's what content marketing is really about. It's about the people. This is a huge pleasure. That's what I got for you guys. It's an honor to present. I hope this was useful. Happy marketing. I wish you all much traffic and many leads. Thanks again.